Welcome to Slow News Day with Kevin Clark. I'm Kevin Clark.
Yeah. Woo!
Can't forget Zach. Can't forget Zach Wilson. You kinda can. You kinda can.
You're correct. It needs to be and it should have been. But, I mean, she was vicious. She really sicked the Mina bots on me. It was really tough.
All right, Nick Wright, host of First Things First, one of our favorite guests, a recurring guest. He's been on 3 straight years.
Thank you. That's so nice because, by the way, when I first started coming on this show, I was, I'm going to go ahead and say it, a big get for you. Now, it's like you got Costas, you got Nance sending you polos.
Nance wrote me a thank you note. It's right here.
Okay.
I was showing the crew this earlier.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you should frame it. Did he send you a tie?
He did not, because I'm not a senior college basketball player. He sent me a polo and a quarter zip.
Did you talk with him about his laminated picture of toast?
I did not, no.
The next time I'm on, I do have a demand, though. I need Ben Solak to be here because I have to show him something.
What is it?
I have a Ben Solak inspired tattoo. You want to see it? I'm going to show it to you.
Yes.
Can you read that? Do you know what that says?
Oh, wow.
It says A dot over everything.
Oh, my God.
I listened to the Ringer NFL show, and I'm like, man, this A dot thing, even though I always knew it meant something, I didn't know it meant everything until I started listening to Ben Solak. So I'd like to tell him that personally.
So you've come on this show, and you've had some of the best Patrick Mahomes takes I've ever heard. Mahomes right now, this is bad. Help me. Help me understand what's going on.
I think he's got a lot going on in his personal life. I think new father is something. I don't think that's nothing. I think like these guys are human beings, and it is something as far as attention, sleep, all of it. I think that it can't be ignored. I don't think the people in his life who haven't been famous themselves have done a great job handling his fame. I think it's noteworthy that the only member of the Mahomes crew that hasn't stepped in it in some way in the social media world is the only member of the Mahomes crew that also was famous themselves, his father. Because his mom's sending off tweets, his wife, who seems awesome, she is really into the old TikTok, and his brother is just I say this kindly, a doofus. And we were all doofuses at his age, but that all lands on Patrick. I think that's a piece of it. Here's the other thing. I'm going to use a cross-sport comparison. If you've been playing one way for a long time, even if you used to be able to play a different way, it can be hard to change. James Harden is dealing with this, right? Mahomes has been playing I'm just going to take the kill shot repeatedly. And I think it is hard to adjust to. Teams are daring you to take the easy stuff. And it has made him, by the way, worse at the easy stuff. I do think last year he should have thrown more picks than he did. He got lucky a bit. And this year he has gotten unlucky. Record-wise, they are fine and they could be even better. What's odd is the Giants win made you feel worse than some of the losses did, than the Chargers lost did, at least to me.
I would also say the thing that worries me, Daniel Jeremiah said when he did a podcast a couple of weeks into the Mahomes experience, and he and Bucky said, why did we miss on Patrick Mahomes? And the number one reason that DJ outlined was that when he was playing at Texas Tech, he had to put the entire team on his back. He felt that. And the defense was terrible, and some of the pieces around him were not performing, and he was making silly mistakes because of that. And DJ did not realize how much Mahomes is pressing at Texas Tech. I don't think this is a long-term thing. What I'm saying is that he's a guy who, when he presses, makes mistakes. The more something like this happens, the more likely he is to press. And that's what worries me, that this could be a little longer than maybe we think.
I agree with that to a degree. The flip side is it also, I think, can turn like that. What's so odd to me, Kevin, is the first month of the season, the team wasn't good, but the offense was the best in football by a mile, even with the turnovers. This last month, the defense has actually not been horrendous. It hasn't been good, but the defense has been showing some progress. Not coincidentally, when Chris Jones comes back, they get a little bit better. But the offense has been bad the last month. There's no getting around it.
Odell Beckham Jr., great dad.
Yeah, agreed. Kevin Clark, let me tell you something. That was effective propaganda. I went into that video agnostic on how Odell had played this year, mostly thinking he hadn't played well. I left that video thinking he might be the best receiver in the league. Like,
Odell, you're going to send a LeBron tweet.
Yes, Kevin, he's open a lot. And here's the problem. It's not like, oh, he's open, but instead Baker's finding Njoku for 16 yards. It's he's open, and instead Baker's running 30 yards horizontally to get a 1 yard gain. Let me ask you this. Was that video more, I know what the intent of it was, but the effect of it, was it more pro Odell or was it more anti-Baker? That video is a rough look for Baker Mayfield and his contract hopes.
It was an amazing video. If I don't think Odell Sr. made it, but whoever did should work for an agent somewhere.
Yeah.
Isn't the Knicks thing kind of embarrassing? That we just treat one good week like it's the most important thing in the history of sports.
Oh, so you're not team Bing Bong?
No, I'm not. I'm not. All right, let's do horoscope. When's your birthday, Nick?
You ask me this every year. You never send me a card. I mean, I've been on this 3 straight years. The thing about birthdays, Kevin Clark, is they don't change. October 3rd, I'm a Libra.
Hey, you missed my birthday. We're a week apart.
I don't know. I've never asked you your birthday. I don't care.
Yeah, I think you do care.
My wife is walking through the house, has no context of our relationship, and just heard me say that, and she audibly goes, "Damn, Nick."
All eyes are on you right now. That's true. Someone may try to win your friendship with a variety of outrageous gestures, and the less you react, the more intense they could become. You can have a very fun time with this vigorous game of cat and mouse.
Well then. I mean, that was a little sultry, if I may say so myself. It really changes up the rest of my afternoon plans.
We have the same one, so it's mine too.
Wow.
Oh no, I better stay indoors.
I don't know what that means.
All right, let's do Klub Kevin. Who are we inducting? Could be anybody. You watch any good TV right now? The Atlanta Braves won the damn World Series last night. The entire world's talking about it.
Yeah, so I would like to induct Mina Kimes.
Oh, okay.
All right, so there's a number of reasons, because Mina Kimes and I have, call it a tortured friendship. She famously, mocked me for something I wore on Slow News Day, which is why when I found out I was going to be on, I went out to buy this velour Lacoste track jacket just for her.
Take that, Mina.
Mina's in a interesting spot because she is, with respect to Ben Solak and yourself, she might be America's most respected and intelligent football analyst. She's certainly on the short list. She also, speaking of the Nets, staked out this terrible corner of Nets super fandom, and it has crumbled beneath her feet. And I know deep down she wants to jump aboard the fun Knicks train, but she can't. And by the way, if she tries, I'm going to be there to pull her back to the muck that is the Brooklyn Nets right now.
I talked to Mina shortly after she made the Nets decision. There's a couple of issues I had with it. Number one, she lives in Los Angeles. I feel like if you're going to bandwagon a team, you have to live there. The Clippers are right there for Mina. Kawhi, Steve Ballmer, our friend Lee Jenkins, I assume is your friend, my friend. Why would you bandwagon a team that is 3,000 miles away from you on top of everything else? You can't even go to the games. You're not part of the community. I think that the whole experiment needs to be abandoned.
You're correct. It needs to be, and it should have been. But, I mean, she was vicious. She really sicked the Mina bots on me. It was really tough last year when it looked like the Nets were good. And I, of course, when they flamed out in the second round, as I guaranteed they would, I handled it with grace and aplomb, as I always do. But now the team needs her. And I'm not seeing as many Nets tweets this year. I'm just not. And I think it's unfortunate. Just like I thought it was unfortunate that she mocked my luxury athleisure wear on this show last time, and I'm wondering if she's going to do it again. By the way, it's Lacoste shirt and jacket.
I mean, this is like a LeBron still got it MVP season. You were doubted, and you went and bought some athleisure, and now I would say there's literally, you've shut up the haters, I would say.
I would, even more so if you could see the fact that the velour track jacket matches the velour pants that I'm wearing, but it doesn't show up in the camera.
By the way, Mina Kimes, welcome to Klub Kevin.
Welcome to Klub Kevin.
I wonder if a guest has ever actually been in Klub Kevin as well. We'll have to look into that.
Breaking ground.
I don't know. Nick Wright, thank you so much, buddy. Get that tattoo, get it
lasered off?
Yeah.
Or filled in. What do you mean?
Or filled in.
Perfect.
No, I'm just like, you could make it something else.
I got to talk to Solak about that. Talk to you later, buddy.